So I'm on the ferry going from Mill Bay to Brentwood. Give you a little shot. This is where I'm at. Nice little trip, not too long. And I thought I might give myself a little talking to. So keeps going on in my mind. I look at it and I say, wow, man, it's getting crazier. I was on the highway here and there was 30 kilometers of traffic backed up outside of Victoria. And so I turned around and came back to Mill Bay, which is 10-kilometer detour, to take the ferry and try to avoid sitting in a lineup, moving, every few seconds, a few feet forward. So here I am, and this is July the 22nd, 2024. And I have been studying basically the consciousness of my mind, witnessing for 80 years now. Like I should have it together by now, and I think I do have it pretty together. And basically, I understand a mistake. The world is just crazy, and pretty well everybody knows that. They'll all tell you this. It's insane. The way we're going, what we're doing, is crazy. For example, I should have filmed this, but I'll tell you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'll tell you the truth. But anyway, a couple of things. One is I go into the grocery store, Save On Foods in Victoria. I'm 80 years old. I asked to buy some cigarette papers, and they ID me. I say, what are you doing? You can see I'm not 18, I'm not 10, I'm 80 years old. No, it's rules. It's the rules. We have to ID everybody. And I look at the guy, he's got long hair, he's got an earring in his ear. You'd expect him to be a little bit rebellious when he's told to act stupidly, not use his mind, just suspend all your own perceptions and do what you're told. If not, you can't work there. So I understand it. I had to show him ID. That's one example of how crazy it's got. It's alien intelligence or artificial intelligence telling everybody they are under control. We do not make decisions. We are not a free people. And if you're driving on the road, you come to some of the craziest scenes, middle of the night, there's a light, it's red, nobody there, you got to stop. The light is telling you what to do. And if you go through it like I have, and they got a camera up there, they can photo ID you and send you a ticket in the mail, and you have to go to court. And I thought I would go to court and defend my actions under Section 7 of the Charter. Not that I believe in the Charter, but there is a Charter which says life, liberty, and the pursuit of freedom. And these lights are a restriction of my conscious ability to reason, and I feel threatened by them. That I'm acting like a cattle in a chute going to slaughter. Now it's humanity. Humanity is on the verge we're in a critical state. I don't believe personally that there is any chance we're going to get through this. But if there is, I'm going to give you what I believe is the answer. And I don't see a better one, and I don't see there are qualifications on it. So I created a contest. It was called the Save Mankind Contest, and in it you're to submit your ideas on what you think is the best way to save mankind. And what wonder of wonders, I won it. And I didn't fudge it. I was the only one. I was the only contender. I deserved to win it. Okay, so I won it. And So the way this works is, if you got an idea on how to save the world, and we have to save the whole world, like we're talking about a world, it's an ecosystem. We have to look at this here. This is a biological existence that we've got. And right now, it's in a threatened space. Like I heard on the news, there's 60 degrees in one part of the world. Like people are dying outside from the heat. And the IPCC, the International Panel on Climate Control, they put out dire warnings, and they keep putting them out. David Suzuki puts out warnings. In 1991, I went to a festival where he spoke, and he said we had 10 years to act before it was irreversible. The other day, he's at the legislature, and he said, "It's too late. It's over. There's no changing it anymore." Like, but what? I don't believe that. We need a miracle. I know we need a miracle. It's not going to be done by hocus pocus or by wishful thinking. We need a miracle, and so I'm going to give you that miracle. I'm going to show you like how we can take part. A miracle is just something you don't understand. Once you understand it, then you can do it too. So here's the postulate. Okay. In the Bible, and the Bible's just a book, but we can take things from it that are treasures. They're great treasures in the Bible. Like I'm always finding quotes that are appropriate to the times. And we're just about at the ferry dock, so I'm going to wrap this up pretty quick because I have to be driving. Anyway, in the Bible it says, "In my Father's house there are many mansions." Now, what does that mean? Okay, we think that when you die, you're going to go to heaven, and there's all kinds of spaces left in heaven. It's never full, whereas hell's full. We know hell's full. But in heaven, there's lots of room. There's no problem with room. But it says, in my Father's house are many mansions. And so I says, well, maybe the mansions are the churches. Look at these churches. Now, these churches, there's a whole story that should be said about these churches. Because some of them are just beautiful architectural structures, and they got kitchens in them. They don't pay taxes, and they were built with the intention to help the communities, to bring a spiritual message into the communities and bring the people together. But now there's churches in Victoria with fences around them. The one church I've been going to, they're renting their lot out for parking because not enough people are attending it. So there's room for 1,000 people there. They have 20 people show up, and it's pretty well dead. It needs a boost, and so I'm saying open all the churches, and there are, like, Google it. I saw there's 37 million churches in the world. 37 million. That's enough room to put everybody in them, and get rid of the pews. We don't need the altar anymore. Things have to change. We need the communities to come together to start making rules that make sense in the locales which they're in, and we have a chance of getting a world movement going that is going to change the condition. We don't need governments. Governments are ridiculous. They don't work. They can't work the way it's structured, and we don't need them, and we are the people are in control, and it's time we took the control. Circle government, democracy as it's meant to be practiced, the way it used to be practiced. I saw a native guy the other day, and he talked about having a circle and passing the feather, and everybody having a say, and everybody getting together on how to behave, how to make things work for everybody. And as he said, like, there was a 10-year-old girl had an idea, and they adopted it. They says, right, that's great. So that's a little blurb for now. That's like there was another part, and I'll make another installment on this. This is Judgment Day news. David Shabib, that's the way the police pronounce it, and I'm here for on the eternal path. I'm here for truth. I'm here for honesty. and I'd like to communicate it. So if you got an idea and you think you got a better idea, well, I'd like to hear it. But stay tuned. I have another idea about changing the whole total economic picture, and we need a new economy, and so I have another proposition for that. It was also part of the Save Mankind contest, and as the only contestant and the winner, I would like to have my blurb on that one day too. So thank you. Goodbye. July the 24th, 2024, Victoria, BC.